Hi kindergarten. I just wanted to take a second and do a little video on money. Whether we have learned about it or we're about to learn about it, I think it's super important to know about our money, what they're called, what they're worth, and what they look like. So what I'm going to do with you quickly, and it's pretty quick, is I'm going to show you some of our money that we use all the time. And they all have different names, they're all worth different amounts, and they all look different, okay? So the first one I want to show you is probably the easiest one to remember. Okay, the first one we have, and if you know it, I want you to say it out loud. What do we call this? Okay, if you said a dollar bill, you are correct. We call paper money bills. Okay, and this is the front of our dollar bill. Okay, now do these look the same? No, they don't, but they are both dollar bills because this happens to be the back of our dollar bill. So our dollar bills look like this in the front and this in the back. Okay, so that's our dollar bill. So we're going to put that one aside. Our next one, and I want you to guess if you know, what do we call the biggest silver coin that we use all the time? Okay, this is called a quarter, okay? And this is the front of our quarter, and this is the back, okay? And a quarter is worth 25 cents, okay? 25 cents, so lock that in your brains, okay? Quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay, the next one we have is a little bit smaller. I'm going to show you and help show you how we can compare. But the next one is also silver, but it is a little smaller than 25 cents. It's smaller than our quarter. So what do you think we call this one if I held it up pretty close? Okay, is it more or is it less than 25 cents? Okay, this one is called begins with an N, nickel. And the nickel is worth, take a guess, how much do you think the nickel's worth? Okay, if you said 5 cents, you're correct. Okay, so here's your front, and here's your back. So that is our nickel. Okay, our nickel is worth how much? 5 cents. All right, now I'm going to hold up our nickel, and next to it I'm going to hold up something that's even smaller, but it's actually worth more. What do you think we call this one? Okay, that is called a dime. Okay, and a dime is worth more than a nickel, but it's smaller. Okay, so here's the front of our dime. Here's the back of our dime. Okay, again, here's your front, and here's your back. Okay, so now we have 3 coins. And the last one happens to be probably the easiest coin to remember, okay, because it's got its own color. All right, so what do we call our copper coin? Our copper coin is called a penny, and it's worth what? How much is it worth? It's worth 1 cent. Okay, so here is your front, and here is your back of your penny. And it's the smallest amount that we have. So this is only worth 1 cent. Front, back. Okay, so I'm going to hold them up one more time, and I want you to shout out what they're called. And if you forget, it's okay, because I'm going to help you. Shout out what they're called and how much they are worth. Okay? All right, first one, pretty easy. What do we call this? Okay, dollar. And what is it? Is a dollar a coin or is it a bill? Okay, it's a bill. We don't want to get our coins, the word coin, mixed up with our bills. Okay, our bills are paper. Okay, so you have $1 bill. Okay, what about this one? The biggest one. Okay, that is a quarter, and the quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay, the next one, a little bit smaller than the quarter. Okay, we call that a nickel. A nickel is sometimes the one that we forget the most for some reason, but this one is called the nickel, and it's worth, what do you think? 5 cents. Okay, and the smallest silver one, what do we call that? A dime, and it is worth 10 cents. And the last one we're going to talk about is the penny, and it is worth 1 cent. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to take our coins and we're going to say a little poem. And I'm going to say it, and I want you to repeat it. Okay, it's called the money poem. And I want you to repeat it after me. And when I point to you, that's when you say it nice and loud. Okay? All right, ready? Penny, penny, easily spent. Copper brown and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. Dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. Okay, last part. Quarter, quarter, big and bold. You are worth 25, I'm told. Good job. All right, I'm going to read it to you one more time. If you think you remember, you can say it with me, but we only did it one time, so I don't expect that. Okay? All right. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. Dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. Quarter, quarter, big and bold. You are worth 25, I'm told. Okay, so now what I want to do, we're going to end our video, and I am going to hold up the coins as you repeat what I say. Okay, so that you really gets locked in there. So I'm going to start with the one about the penny. Here we go. Ready? Penny, penny, easily spent. Copper and brown and worth 1 cent. Let's go on to our nickel. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. Okay. Dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. Last one. Quarter, quarter, big and bold. You're worth 25, I'm told. Good job. All right, guys, that's our little lesson on money today. Okay, we're going to still work, and we're going to still continue learning that little poem to help us remember how much our coins are worth and how much our bills are worth and what they're called and what they're worth. Okay, have an awesome day.